Well, hey, Gideonstactical family, thanks for joining me today on another adventure on one of my favorite trails that I love to go out on and hang out, enjoy the outdoors, and just have fun. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today, because I have riding on my hip the Buck 119. Now, this is a special knife for multiple reasons. Not only is it just a classic, iconic design, but it's been around for decades. And for many of us, it's been a go-to for maybe a hunting knife, a camp knife, general utility. And there's a reason for that. The design is just so cool. It can get work done. And that's what we're gonna do today with a new version that has been released through Buck, their Pro series. It has an upgraded steel, upgraded handle material, and we're going to do one of the main purposes that I believe this knife was designed for: camping. We're gonna prepare a fire with it. We're gonna get that going. Then we're gonna prepare a meal and cook over the fire and just do some basic woodscraft tasks that I believe this Buck 119 in any version can really excel at. And we're gonna see today how this Pro series with the upgraded materials can perform, what are its capabilities. We'll talk about it compared to my classic one that I've had for about 5 years now, and just have a great time in the outdoors. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alrighty, phase one, let's go ahead and clear out our well-used fire pit from ashes from last time. Tommy the trail dog just gets to relax while I do all the work. There we go, looks good. Now let's get some wood. So what you get a lot here in the Rockies, you have, obviously healthy green trees, but a lot of dead as well. Pretty dry, even though we get a lot of snow. It's pretty dry up here. All right, our wood pile's looking pretty good. I do want to use the Buck here in just a moment to do some batoning to really split up some wood so I can get some finer shaving done. And it's ideal for those type of tasks. And as a camp knife, what I mean by that is, in a pinch, you can absolutely do some delimbing of branches, do some light hacking if you have to. And actually the little bird beak really works well with a wrist flick, but it's not really weighted or designed as this, huge survival knife, that weighs 2 pounds or something like that. What it's really designed for is finesse and those finer tasks that we're going to use today. And that's where it works perfectly in tandem with, say, like a wood saw or a hatchet to get those like falling of larger trees or big chopping done for heavy, branches, thicker than your arm. Well, now having prepared those small logs, it's time to split them and do some light batoning. I believe every fixed blade should be able to baton and split wood if needed, and as long as it's within the parameters of what the knife is designed for. A little 3-inch knife can only do so much. A giant, 12-inch knife can do a lot more. Thickness plays into it, and this knife being about 5.75 inches overall cutting edge, overall blade length, and then the cutting edge is about 5, and with a thickness of 0.17, it's got a lot to work with in the camp arena. And so as long as you know what its capabilities are, and I know that about 2 inches on average is what this could easily handle. And even though it has a hollow grind, the shoulder does a really good job of cracking open and splitting that wood. So there's initial kind of pounding that you have to do, and with that clip point, it'll damage your batoning stick a little bit, but not overly so, more than you would actually think. And once you get that initial wedge pound through, it'll just pop that wood right open. And it did a really good job preparing it and getting it ready for the fire and breaking it down so that I can have some fresh wood to really carve on, to really get those fine feather sticks made so that I can get this fire going. The benefit to a hollow grind is that you have a very precise edge. And what that means is that it's going to do the finer work really well. And you can see how easy it is for me to get these real paper thin, almost like hair strands on this wood. And that's going to make it very easy to get this fire going here in a minute. And I love just the edge geometry of the 119. You can see there what it's doing. It makes finer work a breeze. And sometimes that can be frustrating. You have this big, 1/4 inch thick, wide saber ground blade, which those absolutely have their place. But then you come to the finer work and, chop down a tree and split wood, that was 4 inches, 5 inches thick. But it comes to this and you're like, ah, man, I can't do it. It doesn't work. Or it's very, very difficult. This makes very easy work of the finer tasks like this. All right, let's talk about that new steel upgrade, S35 VN with the Boss heat treat. And I got to tell you guys, I love S35 VN. I've been using it for a very long time. It's a great steel. I'm so glad that Buck chose it for this particular upgrade. And what you're getting is not only the wicked fine edge that we see here, but you're getting a type of steel that is going to be pretty rust resistant. It's going to be stronger to shock and hard abuse than, say, a lot of other stainless steels, even over S30V. With the S35VN version, just being better at holding up to shock and hard abuse. And then edge retention is just out of the park. I love the edge retention that this holds, but the great thing is it's not a bear to resharpen. I can resharpen this in the field without issue and put a nice fine edge on it and keep on working. Sometimes these premium steels, you know, they're really good at holding an edge, but when they do dull out, or if you accidentally, you know, hit a stone while you're doing something or whatever and you chip it or roll it, it's a bear, you know, to try and resharpen in the field. And this S35VN I've always found to be very easy to put an edge back on it and get that razor sharp edge with a field kit, no problem. Now that'll lead us into ergonomics. I mean, the ergos on this thing are really good. I've always loved the ergonomics on them, on the 119 series. And you would think that the guard would get in the way, but because it's really machined well and rounded really nicely, and it has a shorter guard on top, it makes it just very comfortable. And obviously, you know, you're not going to slide up and hurt yourself. But if you have to, you can easily get over that, rest your thumb right there if you want more control, or you have a harder piece of wood to cut through or material. You can do that, and it's not going to bite into your webbing of your thumb right there, like, say, some larger, more fighting style knives, say like a K-bar fighting knife or something like that, that is just not comfortable to try to reach over the guard like this one is. So it allows you to do that and make a fuzz stick like that, no problema. Now, since we're up here near the front, we have this large ricasso right here. It's not really big enough for your finger, though. Now, obviously, you can do some modding if you wanted to, if you're really into choils. It wouldn't be too difficult just to kind of round out a little bit of that edge. It is more for just the sharpening and resharpening of it. What I found is that it's close enough to the guard. I've never had a control issue and be like, man, I want to get up there and choke up on it. And because of how light and well balanced the knife is, that's never been an issue. And now with the micarta, that's a big upgrade over, I believe it's the phenolic. I might be mispronouncing that, but it's a really dense material that they've been using for a very long time on the original, and that's very slick. It's very ergonomic, but that's always been kind of a downfall of it, is that it's kind of slick. This micarta, though high polish, will give you a better grip, more natural feeling, warmer to the touch in colder environments, and will produce a little bit of traction. You can just see there, the wetter it gets. I'm just rubbing some spit on there. I can feel just a slight upgrade in the tactile feel to it. So not only does it just look cool, but it's giving you just a warmer feeling overall, and then giving you just a slight upgrade on traction compared to the old version. Then you got that butt cap back there. You can see with my large size hands how much real estate I got to work with there. Real nice. So the micarta I love. It's really, really good. And then, you know, we got the full tang. It's a stick tang. It breaks down slightly and then comes down into the butt cap there. But so far with all of the abuse and with my last one, you know, holding up and, you know, not having any sort of loosening or issues. And it's good that it goes all the way through back down to the back butt cap there. All right, I want to get the fire started here, but we're going to do it old school with the 90-degree spine on the buck and a fire steel, but we got to collect a little bit of tinder first. So dry grass is always a great option for tinder. A nice sharp edge on this bad boy makes it really easy. We should be all primed, cooking with gas, so to speak, but cooking with nature today. Let's see here. First time. Close. Oh, we got an ember. There it is. Come on. Yeah, go, go, go. Yep, we got it. Nice. Yeah, buddy. Get those little bird nests on there that we did, or feather sticks. There we go. Come on. Nice. Was it like a minute or so? There we go. We're going. Yeah. Go. Just gonna add some of the wood that we batoned earlier, just to make it a little easier for it to start going. Sweet. All right. Man, it's fun. It's just fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks for just being here, being a part. There we go. Maybe if I point the camera. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. We'll get going here in just a minute, and we'll prepare some food with the 119. All right, so Tommy and I have a smorgasbord today. Brought up some fresh veggies, as well as some kielbasa, and we're gonna cook it in our little pot over the fire. So let's go ahead and prep this thing. Brought my little Wildo mess kit with me. I love this little setup, not only because we'll be able to eat out of it, but it's got a little cutting board, which really helps, and it's light. Now, I'm not a hunter. Maybe one day I will be able to do that. I just haven't had anybody really take me, but I know many people use the 119 in their hunting adventures, and it is an amazing food prep knife. We're seeing that here, just with how precise it can be, giving me those nice cuts on the meat. So I can only imagine, since I do not have personal experience, but I've heard from many of you, great for cleaning game. Couple bell peppers. Look at that. Yeah, buddy. Oh, whoa. Look at that. Whew. Precision. Let's see. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's let it cook for a while, see what happens. This is just filleting wood. Love it. It's one of my favorite aspects about this knife. Yeah, buddy. Good ergonomics and a reverse grip too. So a lot of woodcraft you can get done and feels comfortable. Which to me, in a camp knife, I'm looking for two things first before anything else is finesse and fine woods working. Can it do that really easily? And I don't have to put a lot of effort and pressure the way the blade is designed. This one is absolutely designed that way. And then the handle. Is the handle very ergonomic? I can hold it for a long period of time. Feels good in multiple grips. And the 119 does that both with the blade and then also with the handle design. Yeah, we're real close now. Could just eat it out of this, I guess, but since I brought the mess kit up, might as well just do it that way. Oh my gosh, it looks and smells so good. Yes, so good. Well, guys, excuse me. The Buck 119 with the Pro S35EN micarta did exactly what I expected it to do and more because of just the even better, warmer grip with the micarta and the longer edge retention out of that S35VN. Now, obviously, the upgrade is going to cost you more. It's going to be about $190 on average. We'll have links for you guys below in the description where you can check out what the Buck 119 is, not only in the S35VN version, but the other version that is regularly available that I first had. And I know they're doing a Pro Series with several of their other models as well, in the S35VN and micarta. So, and I do want to give a shout out to Buck for sending this knife over to me so I could test it, use it, take you guys out on this adventure today, and just have fun and see what this now great design, iconic design that's been around forever and tried and true, now just with upgraded materials. And I mean, man, are those upgrades awesome, and it just takes it to the next level. And so I look forward to hearing your guys' thoughts on the Pro Series in the 119 special from Buck. What are you guys' thoughts? The materials that they went with. I look forward to reading all the comments below, as well as this type of style of video. You know, this is a little bit different. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on, do you like that? I enjoyed making it with you. Hopefully you guys enjoy the experience. And check out the other video popping up. I invite you to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber to the channel. And check us out on social media. Until next time, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, enjoy your food, and I'll see you out there.